Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to give Timeguessr another shot. Alright, so right off the bat here, Trump and Biden. Let's see here. This should be, would it be 2020? So it'd be 2020. We can lock down the year. Now let's see if we can get the location here. New Zealand? But they have American flags. Absolute, Red Bull. But the plants out here do look New Zealand. You know what? I'm going to guess New Zealand, and if I'm that wrong, that's my own fault. Here, let me make this a little bigger. Where at in New Zealand should we guess? Let's guess Auckland. So it was 2020, of course, we got that spot on. Members in an event held by the American Chamber of Commerce in New Zealand organized watching the 2020 U.S. presidential election. And we were only 4.3 kilometers away. I should have zoomed in a little more. It looks like I guessed in the ocean there, or the water. But, wow. Trump and Biden in New Zealand. How interesting. Photo number 2 here also looks fairly recent. Welcome to where? Yerevan. So that is in Armenia, I believe. Yerevan, that's the capital, but where? Here we go. Yerevan. I think city center will be a good enough guess. Wine days. I mean, I might be able to narrow. Well, nah. Now, if only we could find a year somewhere. Realize the potential. Is anyone here wearing a mask? No masks, but we've got people in the background texting. I feel it's safe to go 2018 because it's either more recent or a couple years older, and 2018 is a pretty good hedge right in the middle. 1 year off. Young Armenians enjoying the Yerevan Wine Day. We were only 500 meters away, so we got 9,940 points. We are smoking these first 2 rounds. Oh, so I think I've had this picture here before, but the issue is I don't remember where it is. Oh, yes, I do. Hold on. This was the supposed assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, which would be, oh man, I'm going to say 1914 or 13. I'll go 1913. And I want to say he was in Bosnia, but that, yeah, he was in Sarajevo. If I'm wrong here, I am blaming my history teachers. Let's guess, somewhere main drag. Well, how much has the road changed? I'll guess right around there. So it was 14. I was 1 year off. Yep, the suspect of the assassination of Franz Ferdinand. And it was in Sarajevo. 3 rounds so far where we've been well over 9,000. I do hope as time goes on they add more pictures here. Maybe even make some user submitted. That would be really cool. But that might take too much work because you'd have to fact check all of them. I don't know. Anyways, this is New York City. I think this might have been building the Empire State Building, but this is a very famous photo. I'm super confident guessing Manhattan. We'll guess Midtown, right here by the Empire State Building, and if it's not the Empire State Building, it has to be close. Central Park's right in the background. That fits, so I'm happy with that. Now, as for the year, I want to say the Empire State went up in the mid-30s. I'm pretty confident about that, actually. I'm going to go 36. I don't think I'll be more than 3 or 4 years off. It was 42 or 32, so I was 4 years off. But what's it say here? 11 iron workers sitting on a steel beam 260 meters above the ground on at the Rockefeller Plaza building, Manhattan. So I was a little far away. It was a little closer to Central Park, or a little further. Yeah, a little closer to Central Park. But we still got 9,200 points. I did miss quite a few, though, on the year here. All right, is this round 4 or round 5? I think this is round 5. What do we have here? So this one is going to be tricky. State Library of Queensland. So we could assume Australia, but I'm sure they have pictures from all over. Although these hats do look Australian. They look like what the Australian military wears, a little bit. Could this be a cadet class for World War I or II? I'm actually feeling Australia here. It sounds like a good guess. Queensland would be fine to guess. It's the year that's throwing me. So the picture is really crisp, which makes me think a little bit older. But I can make it or break it on the year here. Okay, so let's go over and find out where we're going to plonk down the location. I'm thinking Queensland. Is this Brisbane? You know what? Let's just send it because context clues, we don't have a ton else to go off of. And I'm going to guess World War I. No, am I? Is this picture that old? I just feel that the picture quality tend to dip in the 40s and 50s. But this looks kind of 40s to me. But then again, I don't know Australian fashion. I don't even know US fashion. Either way, I'm going to lose some points here. You know what? I'm going to hedge the 40s. And if it's the World War I, I'm going to be kicking myself. But I'm going to go 45. Okay, so it was right in between the wars. Pupils from Brisbane State High School gathered to listen to the Anzac Day address. I think Anzac Day is like their Veterans Day, maybe. I'll have to Google that. April 23rd, 1920 or 1932. So I was 13 years off, but I was close. So almost 7,000 points for this round. I'm pretty sure we finished over 45,000 points. 4 points shy of 46,000 points. It doesn't really get much better than that. I mean, I had a few years I could have got a little better on. If any of you guys have gotten better, drop the scores down in the comments below so that I can attempt to beat them. What's the point in doing this if I'm not aiming for the best? If you're enjoying these time guesser videos, make sure to leave a like so I know to keep making them. If not, I can switch to GeoGuessr or something. And thank you guys for stopping by.